Hi, good morning, everyone. We are looking at Nehemiah chapter 5 this morning. As I was reading through these chapters, I was reminded of an important lesson, and I just want to share that with you. These verses talk about the generosity of Nehemiah. And what you'll see as you read through them is Nehemiah, who was the governor of the people down in Judah and in Jerusalem for a period of 12 years. While he was there, he didn't take the governor's provisions or a salary for his position. In fact, he did just the opposite. Instead of taking from the people, he actually was giving to them. He was feeding 150 of the Jews and rulers each day who came around there. And he asked God at the end of these verses, and I want you to read through each of them as we go through this so you'll get a gist of the entire story. But in verse 19, he says, "Remember me, my God, for good, according to all that I have done for this people." He's appealing to God to remember him for the good that he's done to the people. And there's a couple lessons that we have to consider there. One is recounted for us in the book of Hebrews, and that is, without faith it's impossible to please him, meaning God, for he who comes to God must believe that he is, that God exists, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. So Nehemiah was exercising faith in doing good to the people. He was realizing that as he served God, God would reward him for that service. His motivation, though, just wasn't a reward from God. God does that because he's good. He was motivated by his love for God, which then motivated him to love God's people. So our love for God causes us to love others, and our love for others can only be demonstrated if we tangibly act on that love. In the same way that God talks about his love for us, but it's not just words. He expresses his love through actions, and there's no better example of that than in John 3:16. "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." God loved, and because he loved, he gave. So we see these in operation in the life of Nehemiah. Nehemiah loved God. He then served the people of God and showed his love for the people by giving to them. It's the same for us, that if we love God, then we need to love people. And if we love people, then we need to be giving to them. How do we give to them? From our time, from our talents, from our money. And when that can be in giving through the church or direct giving to other charities or direct giving to people. In all of those aspects, it's being concerned enough for someone that we will tangibly demonstrate our love through giving. And if we won't give, then we probably don't love. If we won't serve people, then we have to question, how deep is our love for God? So it's a great thing to mull over and to check yourself and to understand that if we want to show people how much we love them, we need to show it not just in words, but in deeds. And God is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him and follow him. And anything that we give in the name of God, we will get more back from God because he is so generous and so loving and so good and is the initiator of all this goodness and all this giving. Have a great day, guys. See ya. Bye.